Hey guys, welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses, Blue Lions, Part 8, and in this episode we'll be exploring the monastery, after the events with Lord Lonato. I hope Ashe and Dmitri are alright. I wonder what they have to say. Apologize for what happened in the last video. It kept stopping and stuff like that afterwards. I couldn't tell what was wrong. But every time I turned off my audio, it would stop. Dun, dun, dun.
A hero's relic. However, could I know something? Still, it is heavy on my mind. The stone within the sword. A glow of red. Oh, it is nothing.
Sothis seems to have very large hips for someone who is just a small child. I'll go to this area first, because there's always people over here. Oh, hey, it's Shamir.
How's that? You spend too much time roaming the monastery. If you're looking for something, try less aimless wandering. Do you even know who the enemy is? You can't know why without knowing who. It's none of my business anyway. I'm just here to take care of enemies who get too close. It's not mine.
Oh, right, we have supports. Right, I had supports waiting.
Sending an assassin to the monastery, Hopefully it's someone worth crossing blades with. It seems we're cut from the same cloth. I know nothing.
You're skilled. Why won't you battle me?
Can I use supports right now? Dmitri only has one with Ashe. Yeah, we can. Sweet.
This tent is torn. Can you please fix this one first, Ashe?
Absolutely.
Sorry. I should probably take care of it myself, but we'd be here until sundown if I...
No problem at all. I've had lots of practice with things like this. Happy to help however I can.
Oh. Well, thanks. Actually, I'll fetch you something to make the job less of a burden. You like sweet things, right?
Well, yes. Sorry, no. I can't ask you to do that.
Ashe, I told you, there's no need to act like that.
I can't have someone from the royal family running errands for me. It doesn't feel right.
I really don't mind, so you needn't worry about that. And while I'm being candid, I'd prefer it if you didn't speak so formally to me. We're supposed to be allies. We fought side by side as equals, haven't we?
I know. But to commoners like me, you're royalty. Regular folks normally only lay eyes on someone like you once or twice in their whole lives.
I understand, I really do. When I ascend the throne, perhaps I should do a tour of each city.
What? No, that's not what I meant.
I'm at a loss. I wish to make things better, but I seem to only upset you more and more. That is certainly not my intention. Perhaps I should leave you be and take care of our shopping.
Please, I promise I'll go myself just as soon as I've finished with the tent.
Ashe, enough! Okay. I've a question. Answer me this. I don't normally eat sweets. So what would you recommend?
Oh, well, if price isn't a concern for you, then you should go for the sugar candies. The ones they make in town are really delightful.
What the fuck was that?
Oh, Your Highness, please, you mustn't.
Got it. Sugar candies it is. I'll go and fetch some.
Your Highness, please come back. I'm so sorry. I'll make sure these repairs get done.
That was smooth, Dmitri.
To-do, hey. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope I'm not bothering you. Looks like you're pretty deep in thought.
Does it?
I just wanted to stop by and ask. It was your turn to cook last night, yeah?
Yes.
Well, it was great. I was wondering if you could give me some tips. You know, teach me how to cook. I hear a girl loves a man who can cook.
Sylvain,
Yeah?
Boy.
You are from Fargus. You must understand how it appears for you to spend time with one from Dusker. To be near me is to invite tedious misunderstanding.
Oh, please. I don't care who misunderstands what about me. I talk to who I want. Besides, I believe the Dusker people are innocent.
You do?
Fargus and Dusker have been friendly since, heck, forever. So why would our old friends from Dusker just up and assassinate our king?
Okay.
It doesn't make sense.
I have to cut audio again because I don't know why it keeps doing that, or at least for a bit.
Sure, there are probably folks from Dusker who don't like Fargus. But do I think there's enough of them to mount an attack and slaughter the king and his whole company of elite guards?
It is difficult to believe, considering the discrepancy in skill and number.
Right? At most, I can see a misguided group of people from Dusker conspiring with someone else who had plans to dethrone the king. Maybe they were even lured into participating and used as scapegoats. Regardless, it doesn't concern you or the rest of your people. A person can't be judged by the worst of their kind. Or where would any of us be? Besides, people like to talk about me anyway, so let them talk. Okay, you're making a weird face. What did I say?
I have misjudged you. I was under the impression you only cared about women.
Well, I'm glad I've cleared up that misunderstanding. But really, there's no way I'm the only person who figured all that out. There must be people who think like me in Ferdiad, including His Highness.
Agreed. But whatever the truth, we are still perceived as traitorous assassins.
Once a misunderstanding takes hold, it isn't easy to clear the air. Not without solid evidence of the truth. But even if we found evidence that your people are innocent, those negative sentiments wouldn't disappear overnight. The only thing that can change that is time and effort. Depressing, isn't it?
Time and effort. Yes, I believe you're right.
Man, that got serious. Shouldn't we lighten things up with a nice cooking lesson?
Very well.
Oh, Ashe, are you here to study too?
I am. It's quiet here. Easier to concentrate.
It really is. Hey, would you like to study together? We can help each other out if we get stuck.
Oh, yes. We'll get a lot more done working together.
What's the matter, Ashe?
This question's got me stumped. A ballista inside a castle is ready to fire at enemies outside. What angle should be used for the shot? Assume the ballista is the same as those in Garreg Mach. Ignore the effects of wind. This is for defensive strategy, isn't it? Why is it so complicated? Don't you just aim and fire?
It may help to focus on maximizing target accuracy to reduce your miss rate. To start, let's sort out the setup. Let's see. Using these ballista specifications, if the ballistic whirls follow this trajectory, they'll hit the enemy lines, right?
Oh, that makes sense, because the enemy line will be here.
That's it! Okay, now try using that same technique and applying it to this other problem.
If the walls are this high and the enemy lines are at that distance... Oh, I think I see!
I knew you'd get it.
Wow, I didn't expect math of all things to be useful in a siege. This is tough. Numbers are not my strong suit. But this really is the sort of thing you have to know if you want to command troops.
That's true, but not everyone is good with numbers. That's why we have tacticians do these calculations for us, or prepare them before we go to battle. A century ago, the Empire's mathematicians played a huge role in the Battle of the Wall of Fodlan.
I had no idea. Hey, you really know what you're doing, Annette.
You think so?
Definitely. You've obviously done a lot of studying. I really admire that.
I suppose I have. Studying is a necessity if you want the advantage over your enemies. But necessity aside, it's nice to hear you say that.
Hi there, Ashe. Here to do some reading as well, I take it? Ashe?
Huh, Ingrid! You gave me a start. How long have you been standing there?
Not too long. Apologies for startling you. Must be a great book for you to be so deeply engrossed in it. What has you so captivated?
Oh, it's quite an old book. One of the really old legends of Fargus.
Aha! It must be the Sword of Kaifon then, yes?
Oh, so you know it.
Oh yes. I know it quite well. I read it often as a child. In fact, I read it so much that my personal copy fell apart. I brought it everywhere with me. I adore that book. The tale of the warrior Kaifon, whose devotion and loyalty enabled his best friend Lug to become king. He went to great lengths to see things through.
Exactly! I love the image of him charging forward into the fray, ready to take on any obstacle in the name of his king.
Indeed! He was the very picture of the perfect knight. In my opinion, the best chapter is right around the middle of the book.
Ah, the part about the war of the eagle and lion? That's my favorite part! In a flash, Kaifon's sword flew from its scabbard. The knight parried the assassin's blade mere inches from the spine of his king.
Kaifon's blade hummed like the wind, slashing the enemy's throat. In mere moments, their forces lay vanquished, decimated by his mighty blows. I can recite the entirety of it if you like. I never grow weary of that tale, the pinnacle of knighthood, with all its struggles and glory.
I know just what you mean. I never get tired of it. Some people laugh at me for reading these old tales, but I'll never outgrow them. I'm glad to find someone who shares my enthusiasm.
I'm glad of it as well. Tell me, what other books do you enjoy, Ashe?
Well, the first one I ever read was Lug and the Maiden of Wind.
You have fantastic taste! That story is another favorite. The final chapter makes me tear up every time.
I know. When I first read it, I just couldn't get that ending out of my head.
It seems we have much in common. I look forward to chatting again sometime.
I'd love to. Yes, let's.
Felix, there you are. I've been looking all over for you. Time for our tactics lecture. You'll be there, won't you?
Those things are such a waste of time.
Nonsense. You're going to be there.
Must I?
Why is this such a chore? You went last time. Though you did all to disrupt things, as I recall. Brazenly rambling on about clear-cutting a nearby forest to secure a marching route. And attacking an enemy base, stealing their horses. You were incredibly disruptive, and even rude.
I was offering my honest opinion.
Then, you left before we were finished. What do you suppose happened after that?
I have no idea.
Well, the conversation got quite lively. We all began breaking down the viability of your somewhat maniacal plan. And apparently, similar tactics have been used to turn the tides of historic battles.
That may be an exaggeration. Successful armies must be able to handle unexpected situations. That starts with weapon mastery and creative tactics.
If you didn't have so much battlefield experience, you wouldn't be capable of such unique strategies. Which is why we need people like you. People who think creatively to lead the army.
Now you're just massaging my ego.
When have you ever minded? We need you there. Just come on.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, and hitting the magic books again? Has anyone ever told you that you're pretty cute when you're studying?
Sorry, Sylvain, but I'm trying to think right now. Could you keep quiet for a bit?
How can you stay focused reading a book that thick? With such small print? Is some of that text upside down?
If I use the formula in this line here, the magical energy should... No, that's not right.
You're even cuter when you're working through a difficult problem.
Sylvain, I'm serious. Please be quiet.
Hang on. Look at the third line. You've got the formula wrong.
I said be... Oh, you're right. How did you know that?
Well, I mean, it's written right there.
Most people wouldn't be able to grasp this formula just by glancing at it. Have you read this book before?
Nope, this is the first time. Okay, now that I look at it... Wow, this book makes things way more complicated than they need to be.
And what's your take on this part here?
It's just describing another application for the same formula. Ha! This is pretty easy.
You know, you're actually kind of amazing. I've been studying magic for a while now, but even I have trouble with this stuff. You act like all you do is mess around, but are you actually working really hard in secret?
Nah, hanging out with girls is way more fun. I guess I just picked this stuff up somewhere. Life is short, Annette. If you waste it working hard, it'll be over before you know it. Get out in the world. Have some fun.
That's easy for you to say. You're strong and smart without even trying. It's not fair. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude.
No, I was just thinking you're pretty cute when you're sulking. You know that?
What is wrong with you?
Hey, I just got lucky with that stuff in the book. I'd normally never be able to outsmart you. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here and leave you to it.
Got lucky, huh? I'm not so sure about that. Well, that does it. It might be tough, but I won't accept second place. Let's go, me. I can do this. I'm gonna finish this whole book before sundown.
Okay, I don't know what is wrong with the audio. Like, everything's fine. I tested out everything, but everything is still, like, freaking doing shite. I don't know what's going on. So, let's see his stats. I think Dmitri would do way better in the sword tournament. Oh, well, whatever then. Fine. Be like that.
I need a favor. Yes? Yes.
Lord Edelgard. Lorenz. Sylvain, of course.
I bet the enemy is using this assassination nonsense just to sneak in and raid the pantry. What do you think, Professor? Oh, I'm right, all right. My animal instinct is telling me that the enemy is after our best meats.
That'd be pretty funny if it turned out to be true, even though I know it's not.
Oh, have you been tasked with guarding the monastery as well? Such a stir over a single letter. But I suppose the Archbishop's safety is too important to risk.
Is it true you got caught in the fighting? I'm so thankful you made it out alive. I don't know what we would do if we lost you.
I need to recruit her as well, Dorothea.
The monks declined my offer of assistance. They said that no one from Duscur is to be trusted, especially now. Given the circumstances, I cannot fault them.
Is anybody else here? No, they're not.
There's been talk of an attempt on Rhea's life. We've been ordered to help the Knights patrol. Could that possibly mean that Rhea isn't beloved by everyone the world over?
It seems there were forces opposing the church, beyond Lord Lonato. I never thought such forces could exist in this world. I don't understand.
I don't know who's to blame for all this commotion, but it's frankly a huge inconvenience. With everyone stuck on guard duty, our study and training time has been drastically reduced.
Yes, Lysithea, that is indeed what has happened.
I was thinking... Have you heard of the War of the Eagle and Lion? Even the Church of Saros had no choice but to recognize the courage of Lug, the King of Lions. The Church awarded him a crown and the right to govern the Fargus region. Backing him in return, Lug agreed to make the Church of Saros the religion of his territory, and permitted them to publicly... In the 400 years since, the Church in the Kingdom...
Any over here? Yeah, this one works.
Well? What's the matter? You're running all over creation. Ah, you don't believe Lady Rhea is the real target, do you? Even so, the Knights have their orders. We can't abandon our duty to guard Lady Rhea. The goddess's rite of rebirth is an important event for the Church of Saros. They say it's the day when the goddess will return to walk among us. Not too likely, if you ask me.
Fair enough. Who knows if this will be good or not?
This isn't my favorite, but it's rude not to finish what's on my plate.
I will not be picky.
God damn it.
I bought the ingredients for making some sweet treats I can't wait to eat. Huh? Oh, I know it looks like I'm fooling around, but I'm not. I'm preparing for potential battle during my patrol by making sure I have plenty of food I can eat while walking. Smart, huh? I know. Once they're ready, I promise to share some with you.
Something in the monastery that someone might go after? There's even this here kitchen contains precious ware. I hear that stuff.
lion hurts in there, right? Where the fuck is he? He's right over here.
So sleepy. Too sleepy. I found an interesting book in the library. Got so caught up reading it, I forgot to sleep. Interesting discovery, though. The coffins of the Force. I'll need to find a way down.
Okay. Hey, Professor. I hope you're well. As for me, I had a date with us. I blame all these rumors of a deathly figure showing up in town. No, that's...
Okay.
You heard about the Death Knight?
The goddess's rite of rebirth is the most... Could it be that someone has spread these rumors of an assassin?
Wouldn't be a necessarily bad idea.
It would be terrible if the greenhouse was targeted. The plants in here are incredibly valuable. This place contains the heart of Garrick Mox. So many beautiful flowers. Plants that can... Maybe.
To think who knows who could do it. Professor, level up.
Well, right now is okay, I guess. If you, want to chat. Hey, I get hungry sometimes. Like anyone else. What? Eating at night is bad for you? There's no way that's true. Wait, really?
Wait, really? Sedith. Haven't talked to Dmitri yet.
Professor, while the investigation is important, don't forget to make time for your training. If we have to battle and cannot win, we don't know who our enemy is.
Gatekeeper.
So...
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. The goddess's rite of rebirth is this month, right? The monastery gates will be thrown wide open on that day. I'll be working as a guide. I hope I get to guide some lovely ladies around.
I'm sure that you could pick up anybody you wanted, Gatekeeper. Just ask the internet. They'll agree. I'll agree.
Oh. I've heard talk of students once. They wouldn't happen to be from your class, would they? Please keep your students in line, Professor. Kids these days.
Setting fire to the stables to distract everyone. To cause a commotion. It is the oldest trick in the book. I will stand guard and watch over the stable. Please, do me a favor. Oh!
Yeah, I figured that was yours. Sedith.
I've been in town procuring some supplies for Flame. No, but do not concern yourself for my safety. I am very much stronger than I appear. I have something to ask of you.
Wrong way. There's a wall in the way.
If the enemy's aim lies elsewhere, we had better discern their true intent quickly.
Excuse me. Why are you always over here, Dmitri?
As I see it, Our best option is to explore every inch of the monastery. We should also speak to everyone here. Will you do me a favor?
I hear you have fought alongside Catherine. Had you the chance to witness her relic? Thunderbrand, glowing red. That glow is a sure sign that her blood contains a crest that harmonizes with that hero's relic.
So that's today's Thieves' Intel.
Let's see. I'm afraid we'll need more information than that.
Alright, fair enough.
Professor? Oh, hey, Professor. I was just reading this letter from my father. Do you know him? He only writes to ask how my training's going, or how many monsters I've killed. Stuff like that. Hey, I got a favor to ask. Yeah, that's definitely mine.
I kind of figured that was his.
Do you know Ice anything that...
Professor?
Percy.
The monastery holds many treasures. Maybe the enemy is after one of those? Even so, the idea of stealing from a church is just horrible. Oh my, this is great!
So I got 4. I figured I need 5, so I'll give something to Annette.
Professor. Fighting to stop a murdering is my specialness. No, my specialty. I will show my best work.
Did you know that on the last day of the rite, the monastery's open to the general? It's kind of fun. It makes the...
No classes on a festival day. I thought I'd get to spend all day relaxing in the company of some lovely lady. Hey, Professor, I know there's talk of an assassination attempt, but I feel like security would... Is there some reason why it has to happen on that day?
I don't know.
That's so...
Well...
Speaking of, can you imagine the Archbishop being murdered? I prefer not to consider such a gruesome scenario. Awfully calm, aren't you?
Quiet. And then you hear it, the bells, ominous in the background. Let me in. Thank you.
Listen, the goddess's home is in the sky. She lives on a bright and shining star. But in the spring, you can't see that star. That's why we all celebrate that's the day of the rite of rebirth. See? See? I've been studying. I know just about everything.
That reminds me.
People seem to think that all the knights of Seros are equal. But that for example, there are squires who are training to become... Oh, and then we have the holy knights, such as Catherine. Those are the knights that can...
Well, about 20 or so years ago, on that day, Captain, it never occurred to me that he might...
Juan is an interesting young lady, but keep your distance. Set is quite protective, and you shouldn't want to fan the flames of his wrath, or should I say, fan the flames. Yes, all of the puns. God damn it. There's a drawing of what looks like a student throwing trash on the ground. I always forget that Cyril can't read. When we found that out, I always forgot about that.
With the whole monastery preparing for the goddess's
Forgot that he's illiterate.
You're kidding.
How you doing, buddy? How you doing,
I
Ashe?
can't stop thinking about Lonato. I'm sorry, Professor. I know this isn't the time, but I just can't get past it. Oh, thank you. No matter what happens, I promise you I'll do my part. I checked on my brother and sister, who were living in Castle Gaspar. Thankfully, they're all right. I was worried because they're both so young, but the church in the castle town offered to take them in. That much, at least, is a big relief.
Oh, that's good to hear, Ashe. Glad they're okay.
Professor, I am afraid I have acted a bit childishly toward my brother recently. Given the circumstances, I requested that he provide me with some candies. Silly of me, really. The timing was... Oh, but more importantly, it is only open to the public.
Here's an idea. On the day of the rite, the monastery will be open to the public. The holy mausoleum is where the tomb of... That's pretty much... It's sealed.
And to go over here.
Impossible. I have a thought. Have you? In general, Spot says you as well. We have a lot more... Oh.
Someone who likes tea. Oh, right, there's still stuff up here. Okay, let's go do that first. Oh, I forgot about the whole top part.
You'd best keep your distance. In this nervous state, I might just cut you down.
Oh, come on, I'm only kidding.
I am grateful. Might you have come looking for me because you were worried about my safety? I'm quite all right, but your concern means a great deal.
I still love the fact that she can teach you brawling. Like, what the fuck? Why? But it's still funny nonetheless, though.
There are numerous books, but what sometimes, in a way...
Sweet.
Professor.
Oh, he's over here. She's over here.
That boy who assists the Archbishop. I hear he's originally from a foreign land to the east, called Almyra. I know he's still only a child, but...
I wonder about his true intentions. I'm gonna feel bad about everything when I eventually do Black Eagle's route.
Unbelievable. What a terrifying story. Pardon? You think the goal may be different than simple assassination? Intriguing. I suppose these... I'm not...
Wellness herbs. Anything in here? Nope. Anything in over here? Nope. Oh, come on. Can I go to the other floor? No, I can't. God damn it. And I'm Going the wrong way.
Really? Hey, did you hear?
If he's a villain, I'd like to get the measure of him.
I don't know about that. He's pretty tough. I mean, he's scary to face off. Especially since he has such a high frickin' crit rate. It's ridiculous. Oh, Cyril, why do you gotta be at the frickin' end of the hall?
Let's see. Excuse me, I just wanted to let you know Rhea is always please don't let her down, okay? I hope you're not just saying that.
Oh, right, if you give them flowers, they'll actually show up in their rooms. I forgot about that. Let's go talk to Dmitri so I can get that letter thing or whatever it's called.
Let's see. Thanks for your help.
Sweet.
So, there is something that the church values above all else. On the day of the rite, it will be open to the public. That will make gaining entry far easier than usual. You know the place of which I speak. Yes, that is the most likely possibility. We do not know their objective, but there is a...
Ooh, actually, Felix would actually be pretty good for that too, so maybe that was kind of pointless to do. Oh well. Oh my god, Felix! What the fuck?
Another one.
Was that necessary? Worthless!
Two.
Worthless.
Next time, bring your friends.
Ah, my fingers. A mercenary, I mean.
Why am I even here?
Let's do this.
Next time, bring your friends.
Nice.
I'm glad I asked you.
Okay?
Oh, right, I don't have any bait.
Okay?
The goddesses, could it be that... Oh! How kind of you.
I will have to repay you sometime.
Who should we invite to tea?
done. You have my thanks.
Who do I want to invite to tea?
That reminds me. Okay.
Let's do it with someone who we haven't gotten in the house yet.
Professor?
Ooh, you know what? Let's go with Dorothea first. Or maybe, actually, no, Marianne, because Marianne actually has more support, so I'll do it with her first. Because I'm extremely curious to see...
It seems the report...
Oh, I can't invite people to tea yet. Oh, fuck. Where's Annette, then? She's in the dining hall, right? Yeah, that's where she is. Sweet. Now that should be good. I should have everyone. Let's do this one.
Sounds fun! Let me show you my cooking talent. A little more secret spice, and... Hey! No peeking!
Nice. Well, I got nothing else to do. Let's conclude the day. I don't know what I'll do after this, but I'm gonna leave the video at this after doing all of this, and then I'm gonna end the video. I don't know if I'm gonna battle. If I do, I might do it off screen. But anyway, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
That was helpful coaching. It's all.
I have deepened my understanding. I answered correctly. It seems I've improved. No need for praise. I answered correctly.
Thank you, Professor. I couldn't have done it without you. I'm sure I'll get it again next time. Yes, very good.
This could be useful. Maybe. Quite intriguing. Thank you.
There's something I'd like you to tell me. That might work.
Singing in tune with others proved quite difficult.
It's hard to sneak out when the professor is watching.
I am honored that you invited me. I am ever so grateful. So soothing. Huh?
That tea was very delicious.
Please take care, Professor.
By the way, sometimes you find edible plants among the weeds.
Please do not eat the weeds.
I am just saying. Professor, I am here to report the results. We successfully finished everything.
I am sorry to put you through the trouble.
Each new experience is an asset.
I'm starting to get it.